Two more shootings reported in the Diepsloot area just this weekend comes just after days of angry residents protesting in the community over increasing levels of violent crime. Community leaders even went as far as going to the union buildings to seek presidential intervention. For more on this, we're joined by the Diepsloot Community Policing Forum Extension 11 chairperson, Vincent Ndou. Mr. Ndou, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. What are you able to tell us about these two shootings over the weekend? Because as I understand it, you were around or witnessed one of them.
Yeah, good evening to you too. And good evening to the viewers. Yes, I wasn't around to witness the shooting. It's only that it happened near where I stay, exactly on by the street where I stay, and the other person who was shot stayed next, at like 3 houses or 4 next to me.
And it was two shootings. What happened in those two cases?
Yes, the first one, I just got a call in the middle of the night because this thing has been happening like most of the time. If somebody else got shot or being injured by the criminals, and then people will be calling me like at night, then especially looking for transport to be transporting the injured person to the clinic. That's what happened. And then they called me saying somebody has been shot. And then I told them, okay, where is the person? Then they told me the person. And then I have to wake up as they told me the police were here. But they said find an alternative transport to take the person to Oldtimer, to the clinic. Then I wake up and take the person to the clinic. That's what happened.
And one of the people who needed help in Diepsloot this weekend after a shooting was a young woman, right?
Yes. While there was, by the moment they took that person to clinic, and then when I arrived, just a moment when after they took the guy into the stretcher, took him for treatment, it was 10 minutes down. Then they come a black bantam, and then it was a male and female. The female was crying, screaming for her life, and then only to find out she had been shot 2 bullets, and then it was extinction 11 again.
And what condition are both of them in now?
The other one, I went there to ask about his condition. Their relatives were there, were at Tembisa because they were over taken to Tembisa. They said he's stable, that the male one. And then the lady, I didn't find the relatives when I get there. Then I can say about the lady if he's stable or if she's so critical.
And is there any idea, Mr. Ndou, at this stage, as far as who shot these people and why they were attacked?
To be honest, it's criminal. It's all the act of criminal. That's what is happening in the process. You can't identify because as I'm telling you that I was asleep, it was late. It was around 11. It was around 11, and then it happened around that time. And then I was asleep. I didn't see the person, but it's a work of criminal. What I can say.
And what these shootings suggest then, not only do they prove what you as residents have been saying, that Diepsloot is an unsafe place for people to live because of the constant gun violence, but it also says that the criminals simply don't care that A, you have been protesting against the rising level of crime, and B, that police have said that they're going to do more to put an end to it.
Yes. The only thing, if the police and the community start working together, I think it can bring a solution to this one. So that otherwise, because there was a time when people were patrolling the streets. When CPF was patrolling the streets, and then by that time we were patrolling the streets at night, and then we were patrolling with the police. Maybe if the police and the community would start working together, because now they know that if we see a blue light far away to the street, they know that in the middle of the township where it's dark, they know that there is nobody else. But if they are working with the criminals, then they won't know that, okay, now because they will know that at any time the community policing forum can be here with the police and are the one who can show the police all those hotspots which are inside the township.
And if President Ramaphosa does indeed come to Diepsloot, as you have asked him to do, even in the visit to the union buildings at the end of last week, what do you want him to actually do about the situation beyond perhaps just showing up and condemning the crime?
Now, he must bring the permanent solution into the security here in this place. Because most of the time, when these things happen, start happening, they happen a lot in winter. Because remember, in winter, already by 7 o'clock, it's already dark. And then, which means it happens, and even by 5 o'clock, it's still dark. Even 4 o'clock in the morning, it's still dark. It's still a lot of dark. But people will be moving by then because they have to be going to work. And then that's when it's happening like a lot. But if the president can be here, he will bring the solid solution into this security measure thing. By otherwise deploying, I think, on my side, I think soldiers will do, who will be patrolling the street even at night, who will be patrolling in the middle of the township, not by the main road, because that's where it is dangerous, in the middle of the township.
All right, Mr. Vincent Ndou, thank you so much for your time on this Sunday evening, speaking to us on News at Prime, a community policing forum leader in the Diepsloot area, where in the last week we had covered protests by residents who say they are simply fed up with crime